How to Overcome Depression and Anxiety. Written and published by Book Boost. Depression and anxiety are not just emotions. They are silent storms that rage within, often unseen by the world. They do not always announce themselves with tears or breakdowns. Sometimes they arrive quietly, through sleepless nights, a racing mind, or the weight of exhaustion that makes even the simplest task feel impossible. But here's the truth. No storm lasts forever. No darkness can hold its grip indefinitely. And if you are in that place right now, if you feel trapped, know this: there is a way out. There is light beyond this moment. And together, we will uncover it. Welcome to Book Boost, where we unlock the wisdom hidden in books and life experiences to help you grow, heal, and rise above. If you are struggling with depression and anxiety, or if you know someone who is, this series will guide you step by step towards strength, resilience, and peace. But before we talk about overcoming, we must first understand, because healing begins with awareness. Depression is not a sign of weakness, and anxiety is not something to be ashamed of. They are not labels that define you. They are challenges that millions face every day, regardless of age, background, or strength. Some of the most successful people in history have battled these same struggles. The difference is, they did not let it define their story. And neither will you. The first step in overcoming depression and anxiety is acknowledging their presence. Many people ignore their feelings, hoping they will disappear. But ignoring something does not make it go away. It only gives it more power. Instead of running from it, observe it. Recognize how it affects your thoughts, your actions, and your energy. You cannot fight an invisible enemy. So let's bring it into the light. Anxiety feeds on fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of failure, fear of judgment. It convinces you that something terrible is about to happen, even when there is no real threat. Depression, on the other hand, drains you of hope, making you believe that things will never change. They work together, trapping you in a cycle of worry and hopelessness. But here's something they don't want you to know. They are built on illusions. They survive only when you believe their lies. To break free, you must question the thoughts that fuel your pain. When anxiety whispers, "You're not good enough," challenge it. Ask, "Is this true?" When depression tells you, "Nothing will ever get better," remind yourself, every storm has an end. Every winter is followed by spring. What you feel today is not permanent. Your emotions do not define your future. Understanding your mind is like unlocking a door. Once you see what's inside, you can start making changes. But remember, knowledge alone is not enough. You need action, and that's what we will explore in the next part. How to rewire your mindset and take back control. The mind is powerful, and so are you. It's time to reclaim that power. If you found this message meaningful, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you want to continue this journey of growth and transformation, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Book Boost. Your healing starts here, and this is just the beginning. Rewiring the mindset. Your mind is the battlefield where depression and anxiety wage their war. They whisper doubts, magnify fears, and replay past failures like a broken record. But here's the truth. Your thoughts are not your enemy. Your mind is not against you. It has simply been trained to focus on pain, to expect the worst, and to fear change. But just as a river can carve new paths through stone, your mind can be reshaped. It can be rewired. And today, that transformation begins. Thoughts are powerful. They shape your emotions, dictate your actions, and ultimately create your reality. If your mind constantly repeats, "I am not good enough," your heart will believe it. If it says, "Things will never change," you will stop trying. But these are not truths. They are simply patterns that can be broken. And the moment you start questioning them, they begin to lose their grip. Anxiety feeds on uncertainty, but certainty can be created. Depression thrives in hopelessness, but hope can be built. The key is to take control of what you allow to grow in your mind. You would not let a poisonous plant take over your garden. So why allow toxic thoughts to take root in your mind? Start by becoming aware. Notice when negativity creeps in. Instead of accepting it, challenge it. Instead of believing it, replace it. Rewiring the mind does not mean pretending everything is perfect. It means refusing to let fear dictate your story. It means shifting your focus from what you lack to what you have, from what went wrong to what can go right. from helplessness to action. Every time a negative thought arises, counter it with a stronger, more empowering one. It will not feel natural at first, but remember, habits take time to form. And this is the habit that will change everything. One of the most powerful ways to rewire your thoughts is through gratitude. Depression tells you that nothing is enough. Anxiety tells you that something is missing. But gratitude shifts your perspective. It forces you to recognize the good that already exists. Each morning, before the world floods your mind with distractions, take a moment to name 3 things you are grateful for. They do not have to be big, just real. A sunrise, a deep breath, a second chance. Gratitude does not erase struggles, but it changes how you see them. Another tool for rewiring your mindset is visualization. Your mind cannot tell the difference between what is real and what is vividly imagined. That is why fear feels so real. It is your mind playing out worst-case scenarios. But if your mind can create fear, it can also create confidence. It can create peace. Every day, close your eyes and visualize yourself overcoming obstacles. See yourself strong, capable, and in control. The more you see it, the more your mind will accept it as truth. Self-talk is another powerful weapon. Listen to how you speak to yourself. Would you say those words to a friend? If not, they do not belong in your mind. Replace "I can't" with "I am learning." Replace "I am broken" with "I am healing." Replace "I will fail" with "I will grow." Words have weight. Choose them wisely. Your mind is a muscle, and like any muscle, it strengthens with use. Rewiring your mindset is not about a single moment of change. It is about daily, consistent effort. At first, your old thoughts will fight back. They will try to pull you into the familiar darkness. But keep going. Keep challenging. Keep replacing. What was once difficult will become second nature. This journey is not about ignoring reality. It is about creating a new one. It is about stepping out of survival mode and into a mindset that empowers, heals, and elevates you. You are not your thoughts. You are the thinker of your thoughts. And that means you hold the power to change them. As you continue this process, something incredible will happen. You will start seeing the world differently. Problems will no longer seem impossible. Fears will no longer control you. You will realize that while you cannot always control what happens to you, you can always control how you respond. And in that control lies your freedom. In the next part, we will take this transformation further by exploring the power of daily habits. Because mindset alone is not enough, it must be supported by action. What you do each day shapes who you become. And the habits you choose can either pull you back into darkness or lead you toward the light. The choice is yours. If this message resonated with you, share it with someone who needs it. And if you want to continue this journey of healing and strength, like, share, and subscribe to Book Boost. You are not alone. You are not powerless. Your transformation has already begun. The power of daily habits. Every great transformation begins with small, consistent actions. Depression and anxiety do not disappear overnight, but neither do they remain unshaken when confronted with change. The mind, though weighed down by darkness, is still adaptable. It listens to what you repeatedly do, and the habits you form, no matter how small, have the power to rewire your thoughts, shift your emotions, and rebuild the strength you thought was lost. One of the most powerful habits is the simple act of movement. When the body moves, the mind follows. Depression thrives in stillness, in long hours spent in bed or sitting in the same spot, trapped in a cycle of thought. But the moment you stand up, stretch, and take even a few steps, something changes. It may not feel like a breakthrough, but it is a step toward one. Walk outside. Breathe the air. Let your body remember that life exists beyond the walls of your thoughts. The mind is shaped by what it consumes. Every piece of information you take in, whether through social media, the news, or the people around you, feeds your inner world. If you constantly surround yourself with negativity, your thoughts will reflect it. But when you make a habit of feeding your mind with uplifting content, books, inspiring stories, calming music, you create a shift. What you put in is what you get out. Choose wisely. Routine is a weapon against chaos. Depression often makes life feel unpredictable, as if nothing is in your control. But when you establish small, daily rituals, waking up at the same time, making your bed, drinking water first thing in the morning, You remind yourself that you have power over your day. These habits may seem insignificant, but they send a message to your brain. You are in charge. Journaling is another simple, yet transformative habit. Thoughts become heavier when they stay locked inside your mind. Writing them down gives them a place to exist outside of you. It helps you understand your emotions, recognize patterns, and release the weight you carry. You do not need perfect words, just honesty. Let your mind speak freely on paper. Gratitude is a habit that changes the way you see the world. Depression and anxiety magnify what is wrong, making it hard to notice what is right. But when you train yourself to find even the smallest moments of peace, a kind message from a friend, the warmth of the sun, the comfort of a familiar song, you begin to shift your focus. Gratitude does not mean ignoring pain. It means recognizing that even in the midst of struggle, goodness still exists. Mindfulness is the habit of being present. Anxiety pulls you into the future, making you fear what has not happened. Depression traps you in the past, reminding you of what you have lost. But in this moment, right now, there is no danger, no regret, only breath. Practicing mindfulness, whether through meditation or simply paying attention to your surroundings, helps ground you. It reminds you that you are alive, here, and capable of facing whatever comes next. Sleep is not just rest, it is repair. Yet, depression steals energy, and anxiety steals sleep. The habit of a healthy nighttime routine can make all the difference. Dim the lights, stay away from screens before bed, and create a peaceful environment. Sleep resets the mind, giving you the strength to fight another day. And every new day is another chance to heal. Connection is a habit, too. When depression tells you to isolate, resist it. When anxiety makes you overthink every conversation, remind yourself that human connection is healing. A short talk with a loved one, a simple message, or even sitting in a cafe surrounded by people can remind you that you are not alone. The habit of reaching out, even when it feels difficult, can be life-changing. Progress is not about grand gestures. It is built in the small, daily decisions that add up over time. One healthy meal, one glass of water, one deep breath. They may not seem like much, but they are proof that you are trying. And trying is enough. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a step away from the darkness. Healing is not about waiting for motivation. Motivation is unreliable, coming and going like the wind. Discipline, doing what is necessary even when you do not feel like it, is what leads to true change. The habits you build today will shape the person you become tomorrow. And tomorrow, you will be stronger. In the next part, we will explore something even more powerful, the ability to embrace emotional strength. Habits set the foundation, but true resilience comes from within. And once you tap into that strength, nothing can hold you back. Embracing emotional strength. Emotions are powerful. They shape our thoughts, influence our actions, and define our experiences. But when depression and anxiety take hold, emotions can feel like a heavy burden, controlling every moment of life. Fear, sadness, and uncertainty become constant companions, making it seem impossible to break free. But true strength is not about avoiding emotions. It's about understanding, accepting, and using them as fuel for growth. The journey to healing is not about feeling nothing. It's about learning to feel without being consumed. Many people believe that emotional strength means suppressing pain, hiding struggles, and pretending to be okay. But this only deepens the wounds. Real strength is the ability to face emotions head-on, to sit with discomfort without letting it define you. It is the courage to acknowledge pain without drowning in it. It is the decision to rise, even when everything inside you wants to fall. Depression and anxiety thrive in isolation. They make you believe that no one understands, that no one can help. But emotions lose their power when they are expressed. Speaking about your struggles, writing them down, or even allowing yourself to cry is not weakness, it is release. Just like a storm needs to pass before the sky clears, emotions need to be felt before healing can begin. Every tear shed, every word spoken, is a step toward freedom. The mind is a battlefield, and negative thoughts are its strongest weapons. When you constantly tell yourself that you are not enough, that you are weak, that things will never change, you give power to the darkness. But what if you shifted the narrative? What if you replaced those thoughts with new ones? Thoughts of hope, resilience, and possibility? Emotional strength is built when you challenge the lies your mind tells you and choose to believe in something greater. There will be days when the weight of emotions feels unbearable, days when the mind is clouded with doubt, when even the smallest effort seems impossible. On those days, remind yourself, this is temporary. Emotions rise and fall, just like waves in the ocean. No feeling lasts forever. And just because you feel lost today does not mean you will be lost forever. One of the greatest strengths a person can develop is the ability to detach from destructive emotions, not by ignoring them, but by recognizing that emotions are not facts. Feeling hopeless does not mean life is hopeless. Feeling anxious does not mean danger is near. Emotions are temporary reactions, not absolute truths. The moment you learn to observe them without reacting, you take back control. Physical actions influence emotional strength more than most realize. Movement, deep breathing, and even standing tall with confidence can change the way you feel. The body and mind are connected. When you care for one, you strengthen the other. That is why simple habits like exercise, sunlight, and mindful breathing are not just routines. They are weapons against depression and anxiety. Another key to emotional strength is gratitude. The mind naturally focuses on what is missing, what is wrong, what is painful. But shifting that focus to what is still good, what is still possible, creates a new perspective. Even in the darkest times, there is something to be grateful for, a small victory, a kind word, a moment of peace. Gratitude does not erase pain, but it reminds you that pain is not the only thing that exists. Forgiveness is also a pillar of emotional strength. Many people carry the weight of past mistakes, regrets, and grudges. But holding on to pain only keeps the wounds open. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting. It means choosing to no longer let the past control your future. It is not for others, it is for your own peace. Healing takes time. Strength is not built in a day. But every step, every moment of resilience, every choice to keep going is progress. There will be setbacks, moments of doubt, times when the pain resurfaces. But progress is not about never falling. It is about getting back up every time you do. Embracing emotional strength is not about never feeling pain. It is about knowing that pain will not break you. It is about understanding that you are bigger than your emotions, stronger than your struggles, and capable of rising above any darkness. The journey continues, and in the next part, we will uncover how finding purpose and meaning can transform the way you experience life. If this message spoke to you, share it with someone who needs it. And if you want to continue on this path of growth, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Book Boost. Your journey to strength and healing is just beginning. Finding purpose and meaning. There comes a point in the battle against depression and anxiety when a deeper question arises. Why am I here? The weight of daily struggles can make life feel meaningless, as if every day is just a repetition of the last. But purpose is not something that appears suddenly. It is something you discover, something you create. When you have a reason to wake up, a reason bigger than your fears and doubts, even the heaviest burdens become lighter. Finding meaning is not about having all the answers. It is about seeking the right questions. Many believe that purpose is a grand, life-changing revelation, but it is often found in the smallest moments. It is in the kindness you show to others, the passion you feel when doing something you love, the quiet joy of learning, growing, and helping. Purpose is not about being extraordinary. It is about embracing what makes you feel alive, even in the simplest ways. Depression thrives in emptiness, but meaning fills the soul with something greater than pain. Anxiety constantly reminds you of the unknown, making you fear the future. But when you are working towards something that matters, fear loses its power. The mind needs a direction. Without it, it wanders into overthinking, self-doubt, and endless worry. But when you shift your focus from fear to purpose, you take back control. You stop running from life and start running towards something meaningful. Sometimes, the reason depression and anxiety feel so overwhelming is that the mind is stuck in survival mode. You are not just tired. You are uninspired. You are not just lost. You are disconnected from what brings you fulfillment. The key is not to chase happiness, but to seek meaning. Happiness is a feeling, and feelings change. But meaning gives you something solid to hold on to, even on the darkest days. To find meaning, start by looking at what you naturally care about. What excites you? What problems do you want to solve? What brings you peace? What activities make time disappear? These are not random interests. They are clues to your deeper purpose. Follow them, even if you don't know where they lead. One step in the right direction is better than standing still in doubt. Many people feel trapped in a life that does not feel like their own, weighed down by expectations, past mistakes, or fears of failure. But purpose is not about proving yourself to the world. It is about being true to yourself. It is about creating a life that feels right to you, not one that looks right to others. Depression fades when you stop living for validation and start living for meaning. The greatest mistake is waiting for the perfect moment to begin. There is no perfect moment. There is only now. Start where you are, with what you have. Even the smallest step towards something meaningful is progress. Write that first page, take that first class, help that one person. Every action creates momentum. And momentum is what pulls you out of the depths of despair and into a life worth living. Purpose is not just about career or success. It can be found in relationships, in creativity, in service, in personal growth. It can be found in learning, teaching, exploring, or simply being present. Do not limit yourself to a single definition of meaning. Let it evolve as you grow. Life is not about finding one purpose. It is about embracing the journey of discovering new ones. When life feels empty, it is not because there is no meaning. It is because meaning has not yet been uncovered. Depression makes you believe that nothing matters, but the truth is, you matter. Your story matters. Your voice, your experiences, your dreams, they all hold value. And the world needs what you have to offer, even if you don't see it yet. The mind finds peace when it has something to look forward to. Give yourself a reason to wake up, a reason to keep moving. It does not have to be grand. It just has to be yours. When you build a life that aligns with who you truly are, depression loses its grip and anxiety quiets down. Because instead of fearing life, you start embracing it. Healing is not just about removing pain. It is about filling life with meaning. And when meaning enters, darkness fades. You are not just here to survive. You are here to live. You are here to grow. You are here to make a difference. Even if it starts in the smallest way. One step at a time, you can reshape your story. In the next part, we will uncover another crucial pillar of healing, the power of connection. Because while purpose gives direction, support gives strength. And no journey should be walked alone. Building a support system. Loneliness is the silent fuel that keeps depression and anxiety burning. When a person feels isolated, their mind becomes an echo chamber of negative thoughts. The world may seem distant, and even the smallest struggles can feel impossible to bear alone. But no one is meant to walk this journey without support. A strong support system is not just a luxury, it is a necessity. It is the foundation that helps a person stand when their own strength is not enough. And if you want to break free from the grip of depression and anxiety, surrounding yourself with the right people is a step you cannot afford to ignore. The truth is, not everyone understands what you are going through. Some will dismiss your feelings, saying, "Just be happy," as if it were that simple. Others may judge you, making you feel even more alone. That is why choosing the right support system matters. The people you keep close should uplift you, not weigh you down. They should listen, not dismiss. They should remind you of your worth, not make you question it. A support system does not have to be large. It can be one person or a few people who genuinely care. A trusted friend, a family member, a mentor, or even a support group. What matters is their presence in your life. Sometimes, just knowing that someone is there for you, ready to listen without judgment, can make all the difference. You do not have to explain everything. You do not have to pretend to be okay. You just have to allow yourself to be supported. But support is not only about receiving. It is also about connection. When you isolate yourself, depression and anxiety tighten their grip. But when you engage with others, when you reach out, even in the smallest ways, you weaken their hold. Start by opening up, even if it feels uncomfortable. Share your thoughts, your struggles, your fears. You will be surprised to find that you are not alone in this battle. Many have walked the same path and found their way out. And so can you. Sometimes, the strongest support comes from unexpected places. It might be a coworker who understands, a teacher who offers guidance, or even a stranger who shares a story that resonates with your own. Support does not always come in the way we expect, but it is always there if we are willing to look. The key is to remain open to the possibility that people care more than we think they do. In this journey, professional support is also invaluable. Seeking therapy or counseling is not a sign of weakness, it is a sign of strength. A therapist is not there to judge, but to help you understand your mind and emotions in ways you may not see on your own. There is no shame in asking for help. In fact, it may be the bravest thing you ever do. If you struggle to find support, start small. Join a community, whether online or in person. Engage in conversations that inspire you. Attend workshops, meet like-minded people, and surround yourself with those who bring positivity into your life. Even a single uplifting conversation can shift your perspective and remind you that hope exists. Building a support system does not happen overnight. It requires trust, effort, and patience. Some people may disappoint you, and that is okay. Keep searching for those who truly care. When you find them, nurture those relationships. Be there for them as they are for you. Because healing is not just about receiving support, it is also about giving it. When you uplift others, you uplift yourself. Remember, depression and anxiety thrive in isolation, but they weaken in connection. You are not a burden. You are not alone. There are people who will stand by you, believe in you, and remind you of your strength when you forget it. Let them in. Allow yourself to be supported. Because healing is not meant to be a lonely road. It is a path we walk together. As you continue this journey, know that your support system will evolve. People will come and go, but the right ones will stay. Trust that. And in the next part, we will explore the final steps toward lasting transformation, the road to a brighter tomorrow. Because no matter how dark today feels, the light is always ahead. The road to a brighter tomorrow. The journey through depression and anxiety is not an easy one. It is filled with moments of doubt, days of exhaustion, and nights where the weight of the world feels unbearable. But even in the darkest hours, there is something stronger than the pain: hope. Hope is not just a word. It is the quiet belief that change is possible, that healing is within reach, and that no matter how lost you feel today, there is a road leading to a brighter tomorrow. And that road is not in the distance. It begins right where you are. Life does not change overnight, but every small step forward creates a ripple. When you choose to wake up and face the day, even when everything inside you wants to give up, you are already winning. When you challenge a negative thought, when you practice patience with yourself, when you reach out for support, you are rewriting your story. Healing is not about erasing the past or pretending the pain never existed. It is about learning how to live beyond it. One of the greatest lies depression tells you is that you are alone, that no one understands, that no one cares. But the truth is, you are surrounded by people who would stand by you if they only knew your struggle. You are not a burden. You are a human being who deserves love, support, and understanding. And if you have come this far, if you have made it through the darkest days, then you have already proven something incredible. You are stronger than you ever believed. The road to healing is not a straight path. Some days, you will feel like you are making progress, and other days, it may seem like you are back where you started. This is normal. Growth is never a perfect line. It is a series of ups and downs, a journey of learning and unlearning. Do not judge yourself for the difficult days. Instead, remind yourself that every effort, no matter how small, is bringing you closer to a better place. The key to a brighter tomorrow is consistency. The small habits you build today, the way you speak to yourself, the way you care for your body, the way you handle stress, will determine your future. There is no magic solution, no instant fix. But there is a process, and the more you commit to it, the more you will see changes, not just in how you feel, but in how you live. Every challenge you have faced, every battle you have fought within your own mind, has given you something valuable: wisdom, the ability to understand pain, to recognize the struggles of others, to appreciate the simple moments of joy that so many take for granted. This wisdom is a gift. It allows you to not only heal yourself, but also become a light for others who are walking the same path. If there is one thing you take from this journey, let it be this: you are capable of change. You are capable of happiness. No matter how deep the darkness, No matter how long you have struggled, there is a way forward. And you do not have to walk it alone. There are people who care, people who believe in your strength, even when you cannot see it for yourself. Look around you. Life is still happening. The sun still rises, the world still moves, and you, no matter how broken you may feel, are still here. Still breathing, still fighting. That means you have a purpose. That means your story is not over yet. So take a deep breath, stand tall, and step forward, even if it is just one small step today. Because healing is not about reaching a final destination. It is about learning to walk again, to live again, to hope again. This is the road to a brighter tomorrow. A road built on patience, self-compassion, and the belief that you deserve peace. You have already taken the first step by seeking knowledge, by opening your heart to change. Now keep going. Keep moving. Because the best days of your life are still ahead. And if this journey has touched you in any way, if you know someone who needs this message, share it with them. Let them know they are not alone. And if you want to continue growing, healing, and finding strength through words, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Book Boost. Your story matters. And this is just the beginning.